How's it going, everyone? It is Prashan here, and Captain Carter recently got changed, so you know what's gonna happen next. We're gonna have a good old ongoing meta. So I'm gonna go over this deck here card by card, and we'll play some games, and then hopefully we can get some dubs, and then hopefully you could try this out for yourself and get the wins that you need in Conquest and on Ladder. Just in case you're not infinite yet, we do have one more week, so hopefully this pushes you over the top. So let's go right into the deck and talk about it. So we're starting off with Ant-Man here. Ant-Man is a 1 cost, and of course you want to try to play this on 1 because that's how the curve goes. Typically you want to try to play Ant-Man or the next card I'm going to talk about, Zabu, on 1. And once you fill up a lane, Ant-Man here gets +4 power, which is freaking awesome. And then especially if you have a card like Captain Carter and you play him later in the game, he gets the buff from Captain Carter, which I think is pretty cool. And we also have Spectrum here to buff him at the end of the game as well, because he is ongoing, which is pretty cool too. And that just puts you over the top to give you the dubs that you need. And then next here we have Zabu. Zabu is going to help out with cards like Super Scroll and your Iron Lad. That way you could play them on turn 3 instead of waiting until turn 4. Also your Doom 2099, it also discounts that card as well. It used to discount Captain Carter, which felt pretty awkward, especially since Captain Carter wanted to be out earlier in the game and be in the front row and not the back row. We'll talk about that later, but Zabu's just here for a little bit of ramp. And then next here we have Goliath. Goliath here, 2/1, one of the newer cards in Marvel Snap, came out this season. And then ongoing +1 power for each other ongoing card you have in play. So this card could go crazy, especially if you play Doom 2099 and you have a bunch of Doom bots out there that have ongoing. Goliath can go crazy. Just be careful, right? Because there are enchantresses out there. There are plenty of Red Guardians. The fact that it's a 2/1, if you play this on curve, obviously he's going to be a 2/2 because we're going to talk about Sam Wilson next and how the shield is in every single game. And the next card we have here is Sam Wilson, Captain America, 2/2. Also a target for Spectrum, both Sam Wilson and the shield. And just in case you don't get Sam Wilson at all during play, you still have the shield on the board. This is another target for Goliath, but if you do have Sam Wilson, you can do some board manipulation, right? And you can just move the shield around. It could go into those locations that you can't get into. It can get out of the locations you don't want to be in. This is why this is such a good card and goes in so many other decks. I think I'll have like a Thanos build video coming out soon too. This is in almost every deck in Marvel Snap. No wonder why it got nerfed recently, but I still think it's a pretty good card. It was what, the season pass card last season, so you definitely got your value if you bought the season pass card last season. And next here we have Captain Carter herself, the season pass card for this season, recently changed to a 3/2. She was a 4 cost before, which felt pretty awkward, especially when you think about board real estate. 4 is at the later end of the game, so she wasn't really ever in the front row of locations. So the fact that she's a 3 cost gives you time to put her in the front row and then give that extra power to cards in the back row, which is freaking awesome. And she's another target for your Spectrum and another target for Goliath. And we also have another Captain America here, the OG Captain America with the OG variant. Ongoing, all your other ongoing cards here have +2 power, so another card to buff, and then another target for Spectrum and Goliath. And then next here we have Super Scroll. Super Scroll is a card here just in case you go into a mirror, because ongoing is meta, right? So you want to take ongoing with ongoing. You just have to be careful where you put this card, especially since your opponents are also going to be playing this card as well. This is another target for Zabu to hit. That way you could play Super Scroll early, or you could play a Super Scroll on the final turn. You could play a card like Captain America and Super Scroll on the final turn, just in case like you feel like they might do something like Enchantress, Red Guardian, Rogue. Rogue is a card I haven't seen at all, which I think should be around more. And then also too, you could play this with Iron Lad just in case you hit Zabu and get lucky. You hit Iron Lad and Super Scroll. You could play both of those cards on the final turn and then get super lucky with Iron Lad and hit like a maybe like a Doctor Doom or something, which would be pretty cool. And we have Doom 2099, card that I think was one of the best cards in the game, but it keeps on getting nerfed because it was so good and was almost in every deck. It's like they put out a new card they don't want people to play because it's good. Whatever. But 4/3 Doom bots, as long as you have another Doom bot out in play, it will get +1 power. And then you have Dr. Doom to put more Doom bots. And these cards are ongoing, so more targets for your Goliath. Your Goliath could get freaking huge. And they are also Spectrum targets as well. And then next year we have Iron Lad. Iron Lad can definitely save the day at times, especially if you play it like on the final turn. It could be a Spectrum, it could be a Dr. Doom, it could be a 2099 or something. It could be anything. Or it could be like a Goliath, it could be a Super Scroll. Like this card can save you games and win you games. And next year we have Blue Marvel. This is a card too that's pretty good that can put you over the top if your opponent thinks that they have a lane because you filled it up and they're like, oh, I just have to put like 1 more power more than them. Boom, Blue Marvel +4, you win that lane by 3, which is freaking awesome. Another target for Goliath, obviously, because it's ongoing, and this is also a game winner for you. And then next year we have Dr. Doom. Of course, Dr. Doom goes well with 2099, and we have these Doom bots here, the 5 power Doom bots. Remember when they changed this to like a 4 power Doom bot, and they're like, let's nerf Dr. Doom, but they quickly changed it back, right? So this is another card here that can save the day for you, another good target for Iron Lad to hit at the end of the game. And then lastly, we have Spectrum. Spectrum's one of the only cards technically that isn't ongoing besides what Zabu and Iron Lad, but you're hoping that Iron Lad is ongoing most of the time. So that is pretty much it. All right, let's see here. So we have Super Scroll, Blue Marvel, Doctor Doom, and Spectrum to start off. Mind Stone, so we're going against Thanos. The Nexus. Interesting. Let's go Ant-Man. Reality Stone. I knew they weren't going to keep that for long, right? Space Stone, okay. I wonder if they have Strange. Turn 3. Let's go Captain America, yes? Soul Stone, okay. I don't know. It's pretty intimidating when they have like a lot more cards than you on the board. Ooh, Fastos. It's definitely scary. Definitely scary. No, it could be Captain America, Goliath, or Zabu. Let's move this. Let's go Iron Lad. I'm hoping it's 2099. If it's 2099, we might be able to snap and win. If it's 2099. Ooh, Mockingbird. That's scary. Yeah, we got 2099. Let's go. So final turn. We're gonna move this. Go Doom. And let's end turn here. I don't want to snap. I don't want them to leave. But I think we got this. Enchantress. Interesting. There we go. GG's. I think they definitely played Enchantress in the wrong lane, right? But we take it. We get the dubs. GG's. So we have Sam Wilson, Blue Marvel, Iron Lad, and Captain America. So we have both captains here. My captain, oh captain. And we have Eternity Range. Let's go Captain America here. Of the Sam Wilson variety. Or type. Is it type or variety? Ooh, collector. So I'm assuming. Yep. I assumed right. That this was gonna be. Maybe this rock helps. Let's do this. Let's go Iron Lad. Ooh. Well, I think that helps that they play the shard early. That way I could account for his power. Let's go Goliath, Sabu, Scorn. Bullseye. That's not scary. Dr. Doom, I guess. Is this enough for us? Gambit, hit the shield, please. Why didn't they play? Well, I guess they wanted to keep the swarms in hand, right? So we definitely lost the right. Ooh. Close. Close, close, close. I wonder if I had played Spectrum? Would Spectrum have... No, we definitely would have lost. So I think I made the best play. We made the best play here. So we have Super Skrull, Captain America, Zabu, and Captain Carter. Let's go Zabu into the unknown. They play into the unknown too. Nico. Very interesting. Are they playing Destroy? Let's go Captain America, Sam Wilson. Dream Dimension. Let's go Shield. Doom. Deathlock. But Deathlock is gonna destroy himself too. So this probably means they don't really have anything. Super Skrull's gone.
Are ye worthy?
Let's go Captain Carter in the middle. Or America. That's fine, I guess. I'm really afraid with like cloning vats though. Let's move the shield. Let's go Iron Lad. We might be able to win this one. I'm just afraid they're gonna play Death. Like, that's the only thing. Death in the cloning vats, and then Death again. Ooh, that's beefy. That's beefy. Let's go Doom. Go Doom in the middle. They retreat. I shouldn't have snapped. I shouldn't have snapped. But I had a feeling they were gonna go Death, right? But that Iron Lad definitely saved us, being a 14, and us getting another Iron Lad too. Like, that's insane. Like, there's no way they could have competed, especially since Iron Lad was a 3 cost. We could have went Iron Lad and then played Goliath, or Iron Lad Captain America, and we would have been safe. Alright. Turn 2 here. I think we got their Toxie Doxie. Let's play it. Why not? Why not? Let's go 2099. Ooh, Galacta. Let's go Captain Carter. All right, turn 5 here. I don't think they play anything ongoing. We could probably go Blue Marvel here. Do they have Enchantress in this deck? Orch? That's scary. So we lose the middle, I think. Surfer. Alright, final turn. I think we go Super Scroll. Let's go Goliath. Iron Lad. I don't think they would expect that, right? Spectrum, maybe? I'm hoping that we could get Goliath back. Yeah, we get Goliath back, I believe. Yes, we do. So we lost Spectrum in the beginning of the game. Oh, doesn't matter. GG's, let's go. I completely forgot they got our Spectrum in the beginning of the game, but whatever. GG's. Alright, so we're gonna go Zabu on turn 1. It's gonna discount our 2099 Scroll Iron Lad.
Breaking news.
Wave. Iron Patriot, okay. go Captain Carter. Do they play Wave? Interesting. I'm gonna go Doom. Doom on 4. Destroyer? Did they get that from the Patriot? They did. I'm gonna go Super Scroll. I'm gonna go Blue Marvel Ant-Man. It's interesting. Very interesting. Let's go Goliath. Super Scroll. Or do we go Goliath? Goliath Spectrum? I don't know if this is gonna be enough. Do they copy? Did they get a Super Scroll from us? Doom. Ooh, we're still able to win.
Victory.
Wow, we're still able to win. That's crazy. GG's, GG's. Wow. I was scared. This, like, there was no way I was beating this. I was getting this landed at all. No way. But if they had gotten, like, Super Scroll instead of Doctor Doom, I would have been cooked. Yeah, they would have been able to take the middle, I think. Well, no, because they don't really have any ongoing cards. And, yeah, they would have been able to win. They would have kicked my butt in the middle. GG's. Alright, that is it for this video. What do you guys think about this deck? I think it is pretty good. I think we only had like one really bad loss, or one not feel so good loss, because we went against discard, but discard is discard right now. Maybe that will get hit the next patch or OTA. Maybe Bullseye will get changed. I don't know. Who knows? But overall, I think this is an awesome deck, especially if you're looking to climb. This is pretty good. If you want to play in Conquest, I think this is pretty good, as long as you don't run into like any Enchantress or Guardian stuff. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And thank you all for watching. Till next time, be safe, keep on snapping, and peace.